Hey, this is TJ from Fat Boys Garden with an update on my vegetable garden. We're going to start over here with my blueberries, and yes, I still have blueberries growing on there. The birds didn't get to them. And I don't know if my wife picked the ones off of this one or not, but that one had quite a few on it. They're all gone. And that one there is going to be my late bloomer there. It probably won't start blooming until around August or something like that, because I got an early season, a mid-season, and a late season blueberry plant. So that way I'll always have blueberries. And over here we got my herb garden. And these strawberries, ever since I put up this fence around them, I have been getting to eat the strawberries myself. And I found out, I thought it was a mole eating the strawberries. It was a darn squirrel. And he was over here trying to get through the chicken wire, and I chased him off. I guess he realized he really couldn't get through that chicken wire, but he was sure trying to get to those strawberries. So we've been eating strawberries about every couple of days. Well, I say we, because I don't eat strawberries. My wife has been eating strawberries about every other day now. And don't laugh at me and don't get mad at me, but I know I need to do something with my herb garden. The heat hasn't killed them yet, so I need to go ahead and start drying some of my herbs before the heat starts killing them like it's doing this cilantro plant here. The heat is really starting to get to that. So I'm going to go ahead on and I'm going to harvest some of that stuff and get it all dried out. And see about making me some pesto or something out of this basil. And back here we've got a, that is a Thai hot pepper plant. And it's just growing like crazy. I'm kind of disappointed because that right there is a habanero, and it's not growing at all. And that one right there is my Trinidad scorpion pepper. It's not growing. And right there is another habanero plant. And I'm just kind of disappointed because it's really not growing like I thought it would. I mean, we've had a lot of hot days, which means we should have had a lot of growth out of those hot peppers, more so than what we've gotten. But I'm still hopeful that it's going to take off. But I am going to get these herbs picked so I can get them dried and put away. And hopefully it'll produce some more herbs for me. And over here, I've actually rearranged my garden a little bit. I had to move my poblano plant because it just wasn't getting any water because it's so tall. The leaves were getting water, but there was nothing getting down to the roots. And as you can see, we've picked quite a few of these banana peppers. We've gotten quite a few of them out of there, and we've gotten quite a few jalapenos. Matter of fact, we just picked them this morning. So my wife is taking those to work to give to some of her co-workers. And over here, we've got my beans. And I'm being hopeful that I'm going to get me another harvest out of these beans. I've got a few little stragglers in there that are ready to be picked. So I'm hoping I can get me one good full harvest out of them. I've already harvested a whole bunch of those beans. I mean a bunch of them. And then over here we got some more beans. I picked all of them at the same time, and I tell you, we got quite a few beans out of these. Was about 15 plants, 15, 20 plants. And over here, oh wow, look at here. I've actually got some more green peppers coming. I was about to give up on my green peppers over here because I've only gotten one green pepper out of 7 plants. I've only gotten one green pepper out of there. So it looks like my green peppers are starting to do a little bit better. And over here is my jalapeno plants. They don't get a whole lot of sun, so they're not growing like I need them to. And right here is my poblano plant that I had to move where it can get some water. It ain't getting a whole lot of sunshine, but it is getting some water now. And over here we've got the pepperoncino plant. I've got the a couple more ancho pepper plants in here. And this is the cauliflower that just really never took off. I don't know why I don't just go and pull that on up out of the bucket now. You know, I probably will, but hey. And then back there we got a couple of green pepper plants back there. You know, so we got plenty of green peppers. Let's walk around here to the other side over here. And this is my potato plant. And now that it's getting some water, it's starting to come back. I thought it was ready to be harvested because everything was turning brown on it. But it was because it wasn't getting no water. And I didn't realize it wasn't getting any water. And over here, this is supposed to be a cayenne pepper, but that pepper is too big to be a cayenne pepper because look what happens. It actually turns yellow. So I don't think that that's a cayenne pepper at all. And over here, oh boy, my kale is starting to wither from the heat. So we're gonna need to do something with this kale because look at this turning brown. So we need to get that picked. And I'm just really happy about my eggplants. They're producing really well. We've gotten about 5 or 6 eggplant off of 2 plants. We've gotten about 5 or 6 so far. So it's doing well. Here is the last of my kale that I planted. I'm gonna go ahead on probably this weekend. I'll go ahead and get that picked so it can get out of here. And back here we have some more jalapeno plants. Yeah, these are all, oh, pepperoncinos are here. And right here are my jalapeno plants. Here's that cabbage that I planted ever since January. No, these are the beets that I planted in January, and that's all they are. That's as tall as they've gotten right there. So I'm still hopeful that they're gonna take off. And here's the here is the cabbage that I planted, and that's all the height that's gotten. So that's not doing very much good in those pots. But look at my carrots. Oh man, my carrots are, this is my first time being able to grow carrots, and they are just doing great. Then here's my collard greens. I actually can go in there and harvest some of those now. I got lots of collard greens. And over there is, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. That is my other potato plant. It's doing really well. And then right next to that is my okra. Ever since I moved that okra, where it can get a little bit more sun, it just took off. Let me move around, see if we can get a better angle on that okra. Let's see here. Okay, that's a better shot on the okra. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, forgive me. All right, there's the okra. That okra just really took off after I started giving it a little bit more sun. So I'm hoping to start getting some okra production out of that here soon. And that's everything up here. Let's go up here on the hill up here. This is my little compost bucket that I got all kinds of stuff in. And the flies are just loving it. I'm gonna take and move that bucket up there so it can get the heck away from my back door here, because it's just drawing bees. I like to have the bees, but the bees have already done their job down here. I need those bees to come up here on the hill and do some work. And right here is my disappointment. I took my time and I grew all of that corn from seed in a seed tray, transplanted it out here about a week and a half ago, went to Florida for a few days, came back, squirrel got in there and ate every single piece. Every single piece. That is the only piece of corn that I have is right there. That's it. The darn squirrel came in there and ate all 9 of them, and I had like 2 pieces in each bucket. Squirrel ate them all. So I'm kind of angry and upset about that. Over here, I have a green pepper plant there. So it's starting to really do well. And right here is my watermelon plant. And it's growing, but I don't see any watermelons yet, but it's growing like crazy. So hopefully I'll get some watermelons out of there soon. I probably need to go down to the nursery and figure out what I need to do to make it produce some watermelons. And then right here is my cucumber plant. Now, you would think as big as this cucumber plant is, let me back up a little bit so you can really get a good look at it. Look at how big that cucumber plant is. I have not gotten one single cucumber out of that, not a one. And I don't know what is up with that, but it's got a whole lot of leaves and no fruit. Whole lot of flowers and no fruit. Over here are the cucumbers that I bought from, those I bought from Home Depot. These I bought from the nursery. And I have gotten, oh God, maybe 8 or 10 cucumbers. And I can see right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I see about 8 more cucumbers coming off of those plants there. And then over here are my collard greens. I'm gonna have to move these too because I don't know if the bugs are eating them or if the squirrel is eating them. I don't know. But if you look at the vine here, I've been checking it for bugs, and there actually are no bugs to be found out here. So I'm not sure what's eating my collard green plants, but they're eating it down to nothing. So I'm gonna have to move that. I don't know what it is. And over here is my second harvest of beans that I planted. And these are just about ready to be picked. They are about ready to be picked. I've got some beans. I got 3, 6, 9, 12 buckets there, and every single plant has beans on it. I think I planted up here was the Purple Hull and the Gold Rush beans. So I've got quite a few beans going there. There's a close-up shot of that one. So I've got some beans up here that I can actually pick. And over here, there's my volunteer squash. And here's some more squash that I had. And here is the zucchini. Still no fruit, but this area doesn't get a whole lot of sun at all. It gets very little sun. As evidenced in my okra here. This okra is only about 9 to 12 inches tall. And look at the way that my corn is leaning. That tells you that corn is trying to find the sun because it's all leaning toward the sunlight. So I'm hoping that I can get some corn out of that. I probably won't get any, but I'm being hopeful that I do. And that's going to be my entire garden. That gives you an update on everything. This is today is July 2nd. We got 4th of July weekend coming up. And I was hoping to have some watermelons for our 4th of July family picnic, but it didn't quite happen that way. So that's okay. Well, this is TJ with Fat Boys Garden with another update of my garden. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.